let's move on to the fourth battle. The first team leader, I don't know why I said the first team leader of this battle being the Devious Dewotts, led by Apollo Paladin, playing for Doctors Without Borders, currently 11th place at 1-1. Um, still trying to recover from the first time they got 6-0 swept, but you see the Goldango, the week one they got 6-0 swept, but we see that Goldango having a 6-0 sweep of its own last time around. Having the only knockouts of this team. But yeah, that
Again,
Goldango,
another steel ghost typing.
yeah, another single type, and just really high special attack. And it's something to be scared of, especially the way he ran it. It was so good. You do see the
Yeah,
Dragonite
that make it rain.
and make it rain, especially with the potential of Nasty Plot too. You just recover
Exactly.
any make it rain drops that you can get. Really terrifying mon. We see the Dragonite haven't shown up, but of course not getting any knockouts, being 0-1. The Umons of the Mousehold and the Scizor. Mousehold being 0-1. I think Scizor made an appearance last week, but it didn't do anything. Again, Goldango 6-0 sweep. Wow. The Argumons. You see the two tanky mons of Blissey and Milotic. Blissey, gross, and Milotic being 0-1. Abomasnow not having shown up. This team didn't make any changes, but I don't think.
I did think Abomasnow got traded. Maybe?
Yep, okay, yeah, so Abomasnow did get traded, but we will see that reflected on the team next week. They literally made the trade the day we battled, so I was like, yeah. You can't bring them. Sorry. And yeah, spoiler alert, I am the opponent this week. I was like, yeah, you can't bring this, my team is already made. Like, if it was like if it was on Sunday, then I would have allowed, but since it was like the day we battled. But the Enumons being the Oricorio base form, the Paldean Tauros, no Blaze Breed or Aqua Breed, just regular Paldean Tauros, and the Tyrantrum, each mon at 0-1. We have seen the potential of the Oricorio from another team, and I'm curious to see what this Oricorio has to offer as well when it's able to actually, instead of getting 6-0 swept, unfortunately, by the... Anyway, the PUmons of this team, the Weezing showing up at 0-2, showing up the past 2 weeks and not getting any knockouts. The Lilligant, the Houndoom, and the Druddigon each not having shown up. Druddigon is a Pokemon that I ran last year, and it was actually really good. I'm really curious to see if he does bring this Druddigon and what he, or how he plays it, because again, Druddigon, I don't know why I said it again, but Druddigon I think he gets access to Mold Breaker and Rough Skin. So you can run him either defensively or offensively. So Druddigon is so good. Weezing, of course, we saw the Weezing, the potential of the Weezing from the Galarian form, from the Crossbender Brawlers, and I think this Weezing is trying to do the same thing, just being annoying with the Will-O-Wisp and just smacking back. And again, we talked about Goldango. We can talk about Goldango forever because that Pokemon is surprisingly good. But let's go on.
I would love to see this Mousehold real quick with that population bomb.
Yeah, honestly, can you tell me about population bomb? Because I really have no idea how it works.
So with population bomb, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I know a little bit of it, but I just gotta. So it's a 20 base power, 90 accuracy move that hits 10 times, but each hit can miss. That's
okay, so it's like a bullet seed, but 10 times instead of 5.
Exactly. It's such a strong move. You could see really strong mons fall if it hits all 10.
Goodness, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Mousehold has Technician, so a Technician boosted population bomb.
Exactly.
Disgusting.
Yeah, Mousehold's a very strong mon. You've been seeing a lot in these pro battles that's been happening in competition.
Mousehold deserves extinction. Oh my gosh. And yeah, of course, don't forget the cherry sandwich with the Crydon or Maridon, whichever version you ran. Just reading the bio. Let's go over to the opponents, which will you reading over the opponent because it is me.
Yay! So here we have the one and only Frosty Vulpix,
Hit me.
at currently 6th place at 1-1, representing Friends of Animals. For the OU Mons, we have Meowscarada at 4-2 and Alolan Ninetales 5-1. Your two people
My
right there.
babies. My babies.
Exactly, yeah. The Meowscarada, such a strong mon, quick, and especially with its signature move with a guarantee crit. It's such a strong mon. And then Alolan Ninetales will be able to set up Blizzard and Aurora Veil right away. Great combination there. And then we go to UU with the Hisuian Zoroark at 0-0, which we haven't seen yet, and the Haxorus at
Or
1-2.
have we? No, I'm kidding.
The Hisuian Zoroark is so strong with that normal ghost typing, and it just looks so good too.
It's such a pretty mom. Especially it's
Yeah.
shiny. I love it. It's
Really. Yeah, and that Haxorus, ooh, that thing can hit hard.
it just hasn't
then-
yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and doesn't check accuracy. That is true. And then
Yeah,
so
Flower
going
Strike
down to RU, we have Florges at 0-0, Indeedee Mail at 0-1, and Politoed at 0-0, which is a traded mon.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, I traded them last week, but it wasn't reflected until this week. So yeah, Politoed is
Yeah.
a newly traded mon, from the Primeape. That's the Pokemon Primeape.
Yeah, love that Florges pick. That
I
Florges
love
is
it.
such a strong mon.
I love it.
Yeah, and then moving back down to NU, we have Umbreon at 0-1, Sceptile at 0-0, and Lycanroc Day at 1-1. Love this Umbreon pick with the being just how tanky it is.
Yeah, like
And just you can run all types of sets with this Umbreon.
yeah, like even though Umbreon has fallen, it did its job that it needed to do. So like
Exactly.
it might not have any knockouts to its name, but it definitely did its job.
Exactly. Yeah. And then moving down the PU, we have the almighty Malamar.
Boy.
Even though it is at 0-0, don't underestimate this thing.
Or please
Send us-
underestimate it.
Yeah.
My benefit,
Send
please.
us Scorch at 0-0, another traded mon. I forgot what you traded this thing
This
for.
was from the Garbodor.
The Garbodor, yes. Emolga at 0-0, and then Lantern at 0-1. That Emolga, it's put in some work.
Yeah, just like the Umbreon, it might not have any knockouts or feints to its name, but it was able to get in there, do its job, and get out.
Yeah, and this Lantern, it's strong.
It's a bulky boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like looking at my team. Like I love all these Pokemon. It's just me personally. I'm struggling finding, like how they work together. Like last year I
Yeah.
had really good combos between all my mons. This time around, I'm still trying to figure out how each Pokemon can work off of each other. It's like all these mons are pretty strong alone, but I'm still trying to figure out how, like, piece together how they work together.
Yeah.
But let's go into the starting lineups, why don't we? Ah, there it is, okay. We see from the Devious Dewotts, this Goldango, the 6-0 Sweeper Boy, scary child, not a child, but Silver Surfer, Golden Surfer, I don't know. Scared of Goldango. We see the Dragonite coming back, the Blissey coming back. All these mons actually returning from week 1, I think. The Mousehold and the Scizor, and the Oricorio. It's a terrifying lineup. I'm just bulky heckin' Blissey, strong bulky Scizor. Again, curious to see what this Oricorio, like if they're gonna run Oricorio the same way that the other team does. I have no idea. But oh wait, were you gonna say something? Sorry.
Oh, I was about to say that the Scizor do being countered by that Scorch over there.
Yeah, and they're in the same spot too. They're staring each other down like, I'm gonna get you. From the Frosty Vulpix, we see the namesake Pokemon, Ninetales. We see the Hisuian Zoroark making his appearance for the first time. The Florges coming back. Malamar, Scorch, and Lantern each making their first appearance as well.
A lot of new mons out here. No
Yeah.
Meowscarada.
No Masquerada this time, no Haxorus. Just completely changed up my strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, like as I was saying, this Goldango, after seeing it week one, and it just knowing how strong of a mon it is, this it immediately is my one of my biggest fears. With Dragonite 2 as well, having the multi-scale ability, is it
Yeah.
multi-scale? Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
it
takes
is.
half damage from the first. If it's at full HP, it takes half damage. So being able to roost and get half damage taken from whatever move you just got taken, it's just so strong. Blissey just being such a natural tank, especially a special defense tank. And we see on this team there's 4 special attackers, so it's kind of scary if this Blissey is left against the 4 special attackers. It's a really good just staller. Scizor being a direct counter to this Ninetales, just scary. Yeah, let's go into this battle. Let's see the leading Pokemon of the Devious Duat. Is that Blissey with the first Pokemon of the Frosty Vulpix being the Florges. Florges immediately swaps into the Malamar with that Toxic going into land right away. Starting that terrifying stall already. Blissey then swaps out into the Oricorio with the knockoff coming through to knock off the Focus Sash of the Oricorio. And the immediate swap into this Lantern with the Swagger coming through to boost the attack and confuse the Lantern. And the Air Slash does a flinch. It flinched.
Oh no.
And the immediate swap into the Florges though to tank another Air Slash. Florges being a really natural special tank, but the Quiver Dance coming through from this Oricorio to boost the special attack. And the Aromatherapy curing the poison, that's right, the poison of the Malamar.
Yep.
And the Air Slash coming through. Does it flinch? It flinches.
It does get the flinch.
Another Air Slash does a flinch.
Another.
It flinches.
It flinches again.
But the Air Slash, it misses this time.
Misses this time.
And
Wow.
the Wish
There
comes
goes
through.
Wish.
An immediate swap into that Lantern again. But the Swagger misses this time. And the Wish gets the Lantern back to full HP. Another Swagger miss from the Oricorio. And the Surf crits. The crit didn't matter. Takes down the Oricorio with Lantern getting its first knockout on turn 11. The Blissey then comes in. Lantern going for a discharge against the special tank. It only did just very little damage. Stealth Rock's being set up by the Blissey. And the immediate swap back into this Malamar from the Lantern, and Malamar just eats a poison again. Blissey just looking to stall. Blissey then swaps out into the Dragonite. And then knock off the Guave Berry, but of course it does half damage from the multi-scale ability. And the Dragon Dance coming through.
There it is.
And the superpower, though, comes through from the Malamar. Of course, a resistant hit, but it does boost the attack and defenses of this little octopus man.
Yeah. Squid thing.
An Earthquake comes through. Doesn't do too much damage. Goes for the Cycle Cut. Nearly knocks out this Dragonite. The Toxic Poison, though, doing just so much damage.
Does it have extreme speed? It goes
the
for a
Roost from the Dragonite to get its HP up to 63, and the superpower does not knock it out. The Malamar is going to fall to the Toxic of this Blissey. This Dragonite in a really good position. The Ninetales then comes in. Sets up the Snow immediately. And outspeeds and goes for the Dark Pulse, knocking out the Dragonite. The Scizor then comes in, Eggy Boy. The Lantern then swaps in to replace the Ninetales, being terrified of a Bullet Punch, and the Swords Dance coming through.
This is terrifying right here.
The Discharge, though, connects. It does the crit. Doesn't get the paralysis, and another Swords Dance comes through.
Another Swords Dance, 3 times attack. Will the Lantern be able to take it down?
But the Lantern outspeeds and takes down the Scizor with a Discharge. Yike. Goldango then comes in, Mr. Krabs. Goldango going for an immediate nasty plot.
There it is.
Discharge coming through, doing about a third.
Are we gonna see
Doesn't get the para, though. The Make It Rain comes through, but only does 19%. Even though it is a quad resistant hit, it still didn't do anything. Discharge coming through and paralyzing the Goldango. Lantern being able to outspeed and finish off this gold angle. This Lantern just standing here and discharge spamming. Another one, discharge coming through, connecting. Doesn't get the paralysis this time though, with the toxic landing onto that Lantern.
Yep, there's the other toxic.
Another discharge coming through. There's a para. There's not para, but the seismic toss doing a little bit of shift damage to this Lantern. With toxic poison slowly whittling it down. Blissey then swaps into Vin Diesel. Oh, family. I get it. That's funny. Getting hit by another discharge, this Lantern. Getting really low from the toxic. And the tidy up.
Tidy up.
It does take...
raises the attack and speed.
But it also takes down the rocks of... onto the field of the Frosty Vulpix. The Lantern then falling from the poison.
Yep.
Lurgus then comes in though.
Are we going to see a population bomb here?
Gets hit by a bite, and the Rocky Helmet takes down the Mousehold, and the Wish is able to connect from the Florges.
Here comes the Blissey. Are we going to see another Toxic?
Goes into the Sand of Scorch from the Florges, but it sets up a Stealth Rock.
Rocks. Takes away the Stealth Rock shifts to put it right back up.
And Fire Lash connecting.
Fire Lash.
Dropping the defense. At this point, Blissey, it's over for Blissey. The Toxic even missing.
The Toxic. RNG is just not in this man's favor.
And the Fire Lash is able to take down the Blissey, leaving the Frosty Vulpix at me as the winners against the Devious Dewott.